So if you're like me, you have your Moza steering wheel and you come into Forza Horizon and for some reason you try to set up your steering wheel as an input and it just doesn't work. So let's say we try to save this with the wheel. Then you get this error here. It says this wheel profile is incompatible with your currently connected wheel. And I tried to do some digging up and I just couldn't find out, I guess, why this is happening with my Moza R3 steering wheel. I can't change any button mappings. I can't do anything to get this wheel working in Moza. So I found something online where there is a way to fix this. So that's what we're going to make a video on today and show you how to do it. So when you have this error, you know easily how to get this fixed. I'll show you guys how to do that right now. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get out of Forza Horizon. You're going to go ahead and quit the application completely. So we're going to go ahead and continue without saving. Go back again, and we're going to go ahead and exit the desktop. Once we're in desktop mode, we're going to launch the Moza Pit House and show you a few things you need to do there. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is once you come into the Moza Pit House app, you're going to always make sure your wheel is running the most updated firmware. So to do this, you come down here in the Pit House app and you click on this button over here on the left. And you go ahead and see your wheel and everything that's plugged in. And you're going to want to make sure it's running the latest firmware version, right? So to check for updates, you could just click the check for updates button down here. Then you could go to the firmware manager. And then once you're in here, you could update all the firmware, right? I already did this. So right now I'm running 1.2.67. That's the latest firmware currently for my wheelbase and for my steering wheel. So all that is already done. So apparently everything we need to know is right here on the Moza website. There's this whole web page set up just to give you guidance on how to get this configured for Forza Horizon 4 and 5, a force feedback configuration. And I'll leave the link to this in the description of this video below. And it has the entire guide on what you need to follow. But I'll make it quick and easy for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom of this page. And you're going to find this file that has all the configurations you need. And we're going to go ahead and do this together. So you're going to click on this to download it right here. It's a raw file. We're going to download it. All right. And once it's downloaded, we're going to go ahead and open the folder that it's in. All right. All right. So now that we have our file downloaded, I have it moved over here to the Xbox Games folder. Forza Horizon 5 Moza is the file. So we're going to go ahead and extract it with whatever tool you use to extract your files. Alright, so now that you have your files downloaded and extracted, you're going to go into the folder and you are going to find your wheel and pedal combination. So as you can see here in Moza Pit House, I have the ES steering wheel, R3 bass, and SRP Lite pedals. So here is that combination, if we could find it. R3 ESX. I have the ES wheel though. I don't have the ESX. So R5, R3. So let's go ahead and use this one, R3 ESX SRP Lite. That's the closest to what I have. All right. Now in this folder, you're going to find two files. So these files, they got to go into certain folders in your Forza Horizon installation. So for me, my Forza is installed in my C drive, Xbox Games, Forza Horizon 5. So once we're in the Forza Horizon 5 folder, you're going to navigate to the content folder over here. Then you're going to find and open the media folder, which is up here. And in here, we're going to find two files, the input mapping profiles and the wheels turnable settings PC file. So in the first file, you're going to drag your default raw game controller mapping profile, and the other one, you're going to drag the controller FFB file. All right, so let's go ahead and find these files here. If we scroll down, let's see, input mapping. So we're going to come down here, there it is, input mapping zip. So I'm going to go in here, and in here, I'm going to drag my controller file. So let's go back over here, and I'm going to drag this file, move it over here so you could see it. So I'm going to go ahead and drag, as you can see, these all have like a It's a HTML file, same file over here, HTML, and the icon it has the same. So that's your default raw game controller mapping. You're going to drag that over here. And I just did that. And then you're going to go back to media and we're going to find the next file, which is wheel turnable settings PC. So that should be somewhere in the bottom. And here it is. Here's the next file. And we're going to drag, this is the next folder, and we're going to drag this file over into this area. As you can see, the icon is the same. This one is when it's a .ini file, so that's configuration settings. Same thing over here. And we're going to drag that one in here. And that should be all we need to do. And once we go into the game, everything should work. So like I said before, one of the things I found first to try was to turn it on this base Forza Horizon compatibility mode. And of course, that didn't work when I just installed the files. So I found something else that said to turn this off. So make sure you turn this off. Once you turn this off, I would go ahead and reboot your PC. Again, that's after you install the files into the right folders. Turn this feature off, restart your PC, and then look at this here. Once we have this and we restarted Forza, now we have the ability to use our wheel to drive in Forza. And that's pretty much it. You could go ahead in here and map all your buttons to whatever you want, the right axes to your steering wheel and your pedals. I think by default this is already set up, but you can go ahead and change what the different buttons do. And once you do that, you're good to go. And that is how you get your Moza wheel working with Forza. Please like the video if you found this helpful, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time for more. Peace.
Tune that up so we get it going.